Okay, this model kit review is of the P-51B Mustang and P-40 Warhawk, and this is a 1/72 scale combination model by Accurate Miniatures, and it's an easy build, so it's probably going to be a simple type kit. Got some details here about the two planes, and there's some other options that they make. Here is, I guess, the finished product. Normally Accurate Miniatures makes pretty good quality kits. Let's open up and have a look inside. So our first sprue or plane that we're going to look at, this is going to be the P-51. So first of all, here we're going to have a look at our canopy, and here we have our fuselage for the Mustang, with the exhaust ports molded in. These are all raised panel lines. Molding quality is not that great. We do have some parts sticking out, some mold lines. Here's our propeller. Looks like we have a little stand here if you want to use that. And then we have our fuel tanks here. And that's probably for the inside of our propeller. Okay, here is our, looks like we have two parts stuck together. Here's our wing. Again, raised panel lines. Don't really see any detail here for the inside of our wheel well. But that's going to go on there. There's the elevator. And then here we've got some bombs, wheel well covers, some wheels fairly nicely molded, our main gear. Here is our seat. Over here is our pilot. And there's his arm. Also, no detail on the inside of the cockpit. Now we're going to have a look at our other model. And this should be the P-40. So again, raised rivet and panel lines, but quite a lot of surface detail. Not really any detail on the inside of that wheel well there. Then next here we've got the right side of the fuselage with raised rivet lines. There's our nose with the air intake. We've got fuel tank. There's our pilot. And wheel well covers there with wheels. No detail on the inside of our cockpit. Here's the other side. Again, no detail there. But we've got our propeller and spinner molded together, and our elevators and our main gear. That's the cockpit. Pilot's going to sit on that, I guess. Okay, so next we're going to have a look at our decals, and this looks like a combination of the two, so both of them are probably in here, but nicely printed, just not a lot of detail. Okay, so here's the P-51, and it's the B version. Here's some details about the plane. And as you can see, it's a fairly simple one. A lot of writing for what pictures really would have been better to do. And as you can see here, that's the cockpit. It's really just a seat that goes in there. And we've got our fuselage going together there. Tail wheel, main gear with wheel well covers. Don't forget to put the little back part of the propeller and spinner through there so it'll turn. And we've got our fuel tanks and bombs here. And so that's called a Malcolm hood, and it's if you wanted to cut away that centerpiece of the canopy for a slightly bigger hood. And there is the painting and decal guide, and this is in its D-Day stripes. Okay, next is the P-40N, and some details here about the plane. And they've got some photographs here of how to do it. These are really old. So there's the pilot going in his seat, and fuselage going together. Then we put the wings on, and then we put in the wheels on there, wheel doors, and mounting the wheels onto the axles and just glue them on. Then we've got those being mounted on, the actual landing gear being mounted on, and we've got the tail wheel and tail doors, central fuel tank, and then our elevators, nose with propeller, and canopy. Okay, here's the painting and decal guide. Not a lot of decals, as you can see. And here we also have this interesting display base that you can put your models on. That you would cut those out, and I guess it looks like part of a runway or tarmac or something.